Hi, everybody. Something happened last week. I don't know what, but the game like is shooting up an error message every time I load a save now, which is really scary. But it's been loading the games fine, so like, you know, we're just gonna keep thinking it's fine. You ordered a new tablet, yay!
Lots for me to explain, but not here.
Yeah, last time we saved Tor.
Years. We can have our talk in your head. You have a room there, right?
How do you know about that?
I'm your grandfather. What don't I know?
Alright, Tor. We'll do that, but I'm saving that for next time, I think. Unless it's gonna make me do it right now. Is there not a... No.
This can't be the right way.
Okay, I guess I have to do this first. I was gonna try to get to a janitor closet save room thing. But oh well. Our places are always flooded. I definitely did not notice that. Or overlap places
There
are always flooded.
Overlaps between our world and the dark place.
Huh.
Did Wake name all these things?
Yep, since yes. Do. Some stuff from last week. Here we go. The story. What do you think I am able to look at here? All this stuff's new, but it won't let me do anything. Alright. This is fine. Anyway. Getting a new tablet is exciting. I also spent some money last week.
You know about my mind place?
I'll talk about it after we
Is that possible?
chat with Tor here.
All have the power. Find the truth. Damn right I do. Odin already told you you're a seer.
We all have the
You can
power.
gaze into their heads, see the truth. See past the lies. Past this bullshit horror story.
Mm-hmm.
Us Andersons aren't bound by it. You can fight it. Don't be the story. Make the story.
It's true. I am a seer. I have a power. My mind place is more than I thought it was. This isn't my intuition. I'm seeing their thoughts. Is this why I know the truth?
Old one won't open it, Twitch or anything anymore, huh?
Forgot.
Yeah. Lord knows, when I had to upgrade my computer, it had gotten to that point where it was just...
You said you were my grandfather. If that's true...
I couldn't play half the games I wanted to
You
anymore.
were part of our fucked up family. Way before this horror story.
I didn't even notice how rough it was
I
being,
a
you know?
shitty fucking dad to Freya. Your mom didn't deserve
Until
that.
finally it was there.
Not one bit. Things were said and done. Not a day goes by I haven't regretted it. But that fucking father of yours didn't make things any easier. I know Freya is gone. So I need to apologize to you.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry, Saga.
I can see he's sorry. Mom said she didn't want anything to do with my grandfather. And that my father died before I could remember. It all matches.
Did Tor kill
Tor and Odin
your father at some point? Is that what happened? Yeah, tell me about my parents.
Mom wouldn't talk about my father. You knew him?
Some doors are better left closed.
Fine.
Your dad was a
Oh no,
complicated
okay. We are still opening it.
Always thinking
At
too
least a
many
little bit.
steps ahead. That's not how we work. There was trouble, and then he was gone. I didn't handle it well. Freya
Okay.
didn't want anything to do with me after that. I can't blame her.
I never knew my dad or my mom's family. So many broken relationships in my past. I won't lose mine. With Logan. With David. I won't stop until they're safe.
And we're still trying to figure
You
out
said you
what's
were
going on with
shaking
Logan,
her.
but yeah.
Is that why she left?
Freya never looked back. My girl was strong. Freya always thought our powers had a dangerous side. Odin and me did fuck with things that should not have been fucked with.
Uh-huh.
Your mom had common sense. She raised you right. Kept you safe. I'm not surprised she didn't tell you about the Anderson power.
She was always protecting me. Whenever I told my mom about my mind place, she called it make-believe. I wish she'd been more honest with me. At least towards the end. I have the clicker. Can I use it to save my daughter?
An amp. Get your guitar roaring and your drums crashing. Blow reality's eardrums. Just the light switch isn't enough. It's Tom's story we're dealing with, so he's gotta be the one to rewrite it. After that's done, he can
Wait,
flip
Tom
that switch
or
to bring
Alan?
the whole thing home, baby.
I can't use the clicker without
Are we implying that...
Tom. Meaning Wake.
That's...
He needs to rewrite
maybe.
the story first. I can't stop the horror story without him.
Okay. Well, they gave us some more pieces for the board. Let's jam them up there. Alright, how do I stop the story? Wake needs to write some.
Wake needs to be the one to rewrite the ending.
Tell me
And
about the
I'll
clicker.
need to keep an eye on him.
We're immune.
The story doesn't affect me like it does other people. Because of who I am. Because of my family.
Well, that doesn't count as my life in Watery. Why did Mom leave? All Andersons have powers. When my father had problems. Oh, that's not that one? That part of why Mom left? Okay.
The way Tor behaved, I'm surprised my mom hung around for as long as she did. But he is genuinely sorry. Tor and Odin can actually speak with me in my mind place. Thanks to their own powers.
I feel a sneeze coming, chat. But I remembered to mute. I did it. Or an Odin understand the true power of the mind place or something.
Tor and Odin are my relatives. The evidence fits with what I know is true. It's a lot to process.
It is a lot to process.
Wake wrote Logan into the story. He had
Or
no
maybe
right
Tom
to
did,
use it like
apparently.
this. There is still time to make him fix it. I won't give him a choice.
Still can't do those ones. Okay.
Thanks for telling me this, Tor. I need to go find Wake. To stop this.
The old gods of Asgard will be ready to help. Me and my bro will bring the rock when you need it. Remember, your daughter is alive. Just kept from you by this bullshit horror story.
I needed to hear that.
Alright, well,
Thanks, Grandpa.
I look forward to a silly musical number.
About me, kiddo. I'll drag my sorry ass over to Odin. A few shots of the Andersons' finest will fix us both up. See you soon, Saga.
Alright.
The FBC is holding wake at the sheriff's station. I need to make Agent Estevez understand.
Hello.
They have wake, and I have the clicker.
Sillily broken
we have to
table.
work together to stop this.
Alright, where was...
Casey. Do you read me, Casey?
I was upstairs, that's where it was.
Where are you, Casey? He better
Like, I
be
know there
okay.
was a save
Focus,
room in
Saga.
here.
Get to the station, to wake.
Well, this is the save room. It's not a janitor closet, though. Maybe in the other building. Down here. Hopefully I can still go in here, right? Yes, great. There was definitely a janitor closet in here somewhere. You? You count? No? I swear there was a place for me to switch stories somewhere in this dang area. But I can't remember where. Proving to be a problem. Not behind there. I got these now. Got them from the back. Alright, this was just more of the same, right? Are you a janitor closet? No. Or kitchen, it looks like. Dang it. Where are my janitor closets? Dang it, game. The plan was to play through Alan Wake's side. Well, anyway. I spent some money this week as well because... And you know, those of you who have been playing games with me or listening to me on various podcasts and stuff for the many years know that I enjoy me some Netrunner. Not that I really get to play it anymore. But I did play a little bit of it in the last... Where the fuck am I? Okay, that is a way down to like a completely different place. Which is maybe where I want to go, but when I play Saga again, not at this exact moment. Anyway. So in part because of that, playing a little bit of Netrunner in real life semi-recently.
Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast. Rose snuck into
hang
her
on.
room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight,
Must have
Rose
missed
would put
this
the lamp in
manuscript
a
page
shoebox and
last
let it
week.
sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room. She was overcome by grief. It had been Tom's lamp, one of the few things that reminded her of him. It had not worked in a long time with the cord severed and the light switch gone. But there are other kinds of lights than the ones we can see. The invisible light of the angel lamp had held Cynthia together all these years. With tears welling in her eyes,
Are you
she
saying
could
that the
see
clicker is
shadows
part of that
shifting in the
lamp?
corners of her room.
Was that the implication there? Anyway. Because of that, I had ended up playing a little bit, or looking into, like, what they're considering standard again. After the last, like, 4 years of me kind of being fully checked out from the game, basically. So I was on the browser-based way to play and doing all that. And, looking at things, paying attention to what is going on, and realized, like, oh, there's some neat stuff. I feel like they've kind of brought it back into a fun and interesting space again. And while I was doing that, I also came up with a idea for a deck that is really stupid and really fun. And so I just, like, checked all the way back into Netrunner again, which means that combined with the way that the community-supported version of Netrunner is a little bit more, not official, but, like, a thing that you can kind of more easily find and, like, just buy in a store if you really want to, depending on the store you can find anyway. Makes it feel a little bit more like a thing that I am comfortable investing in, which is cool. So I bought a bunch of those so I can start making this dumb fun deck in real life. And use it in real life then. So, I bought 2 out of the 6... No, 3 out of the 7 major packs, new packs that I was or am missing. Alright, I might just have to go to a fucking janitor closet somewhere not in here, I guess, because I could have sworn there was one in this area, but obviously I can't find it, so. So, sucks to be me. But yeah, I spent a bunch of money on that. What's the deck idea? So, it is a deck going with this really silly criminal card that if you can install all 3 of them, one at a time, though you can't have them all out in the same turn. If you install them and run 3 times on all 3 central servers, you can score it as a thing that costs, or as a thing that counts for 0 points. But if you score all 3, you win the game. So it's really heavily invested in this alternate win condition. And it's very goofy. It leans into it extremely hard. It does it out of not the faction that the card is inherently built into, which is part of why I'm doing it in a very silly way. But it's just very fun and goofy and made me start feeling all those good Netrunner feelings again. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we gotta. And I do intend / plan to, you know, just keep buying the rest of those until I have it all again. And I guess last fourth of this year, so fourth quarter of this year, they plan to put out the next bit of stuff, which supposedly, anyway, is going to be when they, I guess, are finally fully rotating out all of the old Fantasy Flight Games stuff. And so the standard will officially be a fully a manuscript page. A fully
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson
separate
fellow.
thing
Thor
now. Like, it's still
always
the
poking
game,
people
but,
with his hammer.
you know.
He had it coming.
Alright, let's go ahead and read that page fully.
Cynthia Weaver smiled. Lost without her lantern? Nonsense. Cynthia felt as giddy as a young girl in love. Cynthia had loved Thomas Zane. Tom only had eyes for Barbara. Barbara was bad news.
The hell's Barbara?
Tom had seen it in the end. Cynthia had been there to comfort him. And when he left, Cynthia waited. Years of waiting. Now Tom had come back to her. They'd be together now. See the world. She'd always dreamed of seeing New York. They were there now in a fancy hotel. She drew a bath.
See, the amount of, like, tying Tom and Alan together as, like, a single person in all these people's heads is very weird to me.
Tom had enemies plotting against him. Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Anything for Tom.
Poking people with his hammer. Alright. The intent was to go beat Alan, but the game has decided not yet, apparently. So fine, game. Well, that's still my intent, is to turn into Alan Wake and try to go through the rest of Alan Wake's story once we get a moment. Okay, so the like, alternate way out was in the back. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, I spent a lot of my week thinking about Netrunner. I kind of stayed up way too late Friday night because of it. to put it lightly. I was thinking about decks. I was theory crafting a deck. I put it together and then tried playing it in a couple of games to be like, all right, what are like the weird problem points for me to think about? Try to understand what this deck might actually be trying to do. And, where's that one pointing? Yeah, these are all pointing in a circle. Okay, so I think this arrow is the one I'm supposed to follow. Alright, another one over there. Down there. Hello, Bunker Woods stash key. Didn't find the stash yet, but, you know. That's fine. Solve the puzzle before we find the puzzle, you know? And then next thing I knew, it was like 4 in the fucking morning, and I was like, God damn it, what have I done? I made sure not to do that again. on Saturday, but you know, that became a big part of my weekend. And it does feel nice to be oh, that's a bunch of dudes over there. It does feel nice to be thinking and about Netrunner again. That game is so fucking good just from a base what it is. Rose at bingo night.
Every night was bingo night at the Valhalla nursing home. Each time Rose drew a ball from the cage and called out its number, some of the residents shouted bingo, no matter what was on their cards. Some of them sat mute, their cards full, never calling out. Some of them would try to steal the ball from her. Some of them would chastise the others for acting out. It was like herding a clouder of cats. Rose didn't mind.
It is. I do love that game so much. I'm never going to be like a competitive, like truly competitive player in it or something, but like...
Tonight, the residents were restless.
The asynchronous play is just way more fun than fucking Magic the Gathering or
Tor stood by the phone.
Any other fucking basic card game, I guess. I don't know. It just works for me.
Started to flicker. The darkness and rain
pressing. The theming is part of it too. I just like cyber shit.
You've talked about him on the show. He disappeared years ago. Disappeared, you say? Okay, this is all coming together now. See, people will call.
Alright, well, I don't really want to fight these dudes, but also I just feel like I missed the stash, so I might have to fight through them now. Fall down, you dick. Don't take too many shots. Hello, you. Throwing two at me. These dashy guys are annoying as hell.
Fucking monsters.
Oh, that was a shitload of my ammo. Oh, well, some of them dropped some. Don't mind if I do. Okay, there was 3 people I killed, right? Got some ammo? No. But the guy... I don't even know where his heckin' body went. Oh! The lunchbox are around here. I almost missed it.
Alex Casey lunchbox?
Don't pretend to be anyone or anything besides who you are. I'll try not to. What else did I do this weekend, though? I finally checked out that, fuck, what's it called? Kaiju 8 anime. I feel like you, Rose Red, said I should.
Another cult.
And there was 1 or 2 other places I had, like, kind of heard or seen a little bit about it as well. But I just hadn't really found a chance to get in there and actually look at it and check it out at all. You can't hide from the trees. We are everywhere. I think it is pretty standard shonen, but I will say I do really appreciate the one big non-standard thing about it, which is the cast is predominantly adults instead of like 12-year-olds. And that is in itself pretty fucking refreshing. They still act like fucking children. But the fact that the main character is a fucking 32-year-old dude just has me going like, all right, yeah, all right. Once I got past the first like 2 or 3 episodes and like realized they were doing that, it's like, okay, yeah, all right, I will keep giving this a shot if for no other reason, just to see if they feel able or willing to not necessarily tell a more adult story, but at least do some bits that are perhaps a little bit more, again, not adult necessarily in theming, but like adult in, hey, these are adults, so things like having money to pay rent might be a concern. It's one of the things that made One Punch Man very fun. Like, One Punch Man is very specifically trying to take the shit out of that kind of thing in a way that this show isn't necessarily trying to do that. But the main character, again, being an adult in it, does change things a little bit. Hey, here's a switch reality we were looking for. We can just switch now. There'll be a save on the other end. One Punch Man.